what it's worth. Alright. Now I'll be doing what I can for a full body demonstration, so if you're not too interested in that, just go ahead and skip to the timestamp on screen. These gloves give me so much trouble, I'm telling you. I don't know, I'm going. So I think. Went wrong, and all the problems this big old hunk of foam has. I don't know, I'm gonna go get out of this. Alright, now let's discuss the pros and cons of this. The pros? I got a flippin' ding-dong spring body. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. Pros and cons of this thing. The pros? I got a flippin' ding-dong spring bonnie. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. I usually have it set in the corner of my room, sitting there looking all slumped over. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Also, this flower right here, there was I wore this out on Halloween, and somebody was dressed up as a ghost, like covered in blood and roses, and they gave me one of their roses. That was really nice of them. So I always have to keep that right on my zebra.
Are you managing your money with Revolut? I pay for my connect.
Now I'm gonna list the cons, and that's a rather large list. I don't know what the heck I was thinking with using all these bolts. That just makes things super inconvenient. I wanted there to be 2 buttons down the front, but I only had 1 silver button that looked like that, and you can tell, screw up the hot glue and stuff right here. The right glove here, the inside, since the gloves are 2 layered, the inside layer usually ends up peeling out, which is really inconvenient. This is a common problem throughout. Instead of using some sort of straight edge or whatever to like cut this and make it look all flat and whatever, or maybe even stitching it together, I just cut it crappily and glued it over. I did that. If you take a look at the top of this, it's nice and curved. But for some reason, all these I just left them flat. Next time I do it, I will have them curved a little, and I will not be using EVA foam. That stuff gets way too. Flashlight to see in here, but the heel is all folded in and whatever, which makes it really hard to put on. And when I made this, you're supposed to have 4 toes. It has 3 barely even visible ones. I formed them terribly. This thing just, ugh. Legs don't really have any form of connection, which kind of stinks. Like they just, like you saw, they just kind of sit there. I built the thigh joints really bad. As you can see here, this one has a big opening to fit, and then this one's just like a tube. Doesn't have any thigh shape. This guy, although my favorite piece of it all, causes me the most troubles. First, oh, would you look at that? So this is actually one of the biggest problems I had. I'm a genius. I thought it'd be a good idea to use real metal hinges and screw them into the foam. Well, on Halloween, when we were walking around, one of the screws actually fell out. So, I might have given someone a flat tire. And then the other one fell out. Who knows when? That could have been as I'm filming. I have no idea. The teeth, look at that. They're flimsy. When I actually went out on Halloween, I didn't have any thick white EVA foam. I used 2 layers of thin stuff, which is why you can see all that nasty right there. Eyes are just whatever, they weren't put quite in the proper spot. The worst part, I thought it would be a good idea to use wooden screws to keep the ears on. What kind of genius does that? Oh yeah, and I used metal hinges here too. Screwed it in. Of course, it didn't work here, so I had to glue it together and use sticks and junk. It's just so heavy too. It's the only part that's 2 layers. I did that because The first layer sucked, and, well, yeah. You can see here too, more crappy fabric work. Just, I mean, it's it's a little ugly, but for first time, it's not that bad for a first time. And you know, I kind of